Hey everybody, it's me, Barry, 5-Day Flipper. And guess what, mofos? I am live HD. Check it out. Yeah. Motherfucking real-time karate chops. Isn't that cool? And no, chip. I'm listening to you guys out there. Got my HD camera today. Spent the whole $5. So hope you guys like that. And yeah, man. So I kind of wanted to tell you guys about what's been happening with me the last few days. Actually, first of all, let me just say welcome to podcast 1 of many to come. I figure if I'm going to tell my stories and share what goes on, I might as well put it into, kind of like a podcast form, you know what I mean, where I talk and, I tell you guys about what's happening and, if there's any questions or, whatever, afterwards I can address those. But for the most part, just tell you about what's going on. So let me tell you about yesterday. Let's see. Yesterday started out with a yard sale pickup. Okay. So I went to a yard sale yesterday, and when I pulled up in front of the place, like instantly I'm like, this place looks familiar. And I started running in my mind like, how does this place look familiar? And I'm like, oh, I remember. This is the place where the guy had all that Nintendo stuff that he didn't want to sell. He wasn't ready to sell back then. That's what this place looks like. So they weren't open at the time, and I texted the guy, and I said, hey, are you opening soon? They said, we're running late. So I went to another place, came back, and they were open. I saw the guy. I'm like, hey, man, I remember you from last year or whatever. You had all those freaking that Nintendo stuff you didn't want to get rid of. But you listed video games in your sale here. What you got, bro? What you holding? So he went into the house and he brought out a box of stuff. It had a Nintendo 64 in there with a controller, about 6 or 7 Nintendo games, and some Dreamcast games. None of them were that great. They're okay. So I asked him how much. He says, what about you? Blah, 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 blah. $40, right? It was an okay deal. But I was like, where's the rest of it? He says, man, I got to dig it all out. And if you come by tomorrow, you could call me first before you come. And, I'll have it for you then. But I got to dig it all out, and I don't want to get into it right now and all that stuff. Mind you, it's 8:30 in the morning, and it's probably already like 95 degrees out here in Vegas. So, I can understand. So I pushed on. And later in the day, I saw a post on OfferUp, and it was for 2 original Nintendo systems and 5 games. I saw it like a minute after it was posted, and I quickly responded to the post. It was for $30. So I just hit, make offer $30, whatever. And said, hey, text me the address. I'm on my way. So she replied back to me with the address. I'm on my way. She marked it as sold. I asked her to mark it as sold. I always ask her to mark it as sold. She marked it as sold. When I got there, we did the deal. I asked her if she had anything else. She didn't. I said, how many other people hit you up? She said, a mountain of people. A ton of people were hitting me up. She said, but, we had a deal, and that was that. So that was cool. So that was yesterday. Now I did something else yesterday that I'll tell you guys about at the end, because it has to do with the journey on the road to 1,500 listings. Now today, what happened today? Today I did a little bit of yard selling, and actually today early this morning I got up, I guess at 6 o'clock. So I called the dude. from yesterday. Hey man, I text him. I say, hey man, how are we looking today? He says, oh man, some lady came by last night and bought it all. Gave me double what I would have asked for. I'm like, oh well, smiley face. Crickets for about 2 minutes. I'm like, seriously? Question mark? You serious? And he says, yeah, man. She offered me double. I couldn't resist it. What would you do? And I'm like, what did you have? And I'm thinking he's got mountains of fucking Super Nintendo games and all this and that, because the way he played it up, is like he had a ton of shit. He had 2 really, really fire systems, but no games. Make a long story short, no games. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not mad at that. I missed out on that crap. No big deal. All right. So pushed on. Went yard sailing. Let's see. Didn't really get a lot of stuff because I only went to a few places. One place I went to, they had I bought a PlayStation 2, one of the slim ones, with a couple controllers and some headset for like $3. Okay. The PlayStation 2 turned out didn't work, but I sold the controllers later separately and kept the headset. And then after that, or later on down the line, I got okay. So I went to this yard sale. Right? And it didn't list video games or anything, but it did list like, kid stuff like bikes and skateboards and rollerblades and all that. And if you see that listed, there's kids there, and when there's kids, most likely you have video games, especially skateboards and stuff, because young men, young boys, they ride skateboards. So I went there, and right when I got there, I did see some video game stuff, right? So I saw some Wii games, and I saw some Xbox 360 games. Okay, so I looked at all the Wii games. I looked at all the Xbox 360 games. There's probably about 7 or 8 of them, and they're all snickle frets. They were all ass pickles. Then I looked at all the Wii games, and every one of them except for one was an ass pickle. And that one that wasn't was a game called Chuck E. Cheese for the Wii. Now they have 2 Chuck E. Cheese games. One is worth about $10. The other one is worth like maybe 25 or 30. So I didn't know which one this was, but I figured, if it's $1 or $2, I'll buy it, So I asked the guys, how much you charging on the games, and it was some kids running it. And one kid said, well, these are his and these are mine. And the ones these are mine were the 360 games. He was like, for those, I want $8 a piece. I'm like, what? $8 a piece for some used 360 games? I said, what about, the Wii games? And they're like, he wants $50 for all the Wii games and $10 for the Wii Fit board. Who the fuck's gonna buy a Wii Fit board? Those things are ass pickles like a mug. So anyway, I'm like, I don't really want all this stuff. I might want this one game. I said, do you guys get any older stuff and this and that, and blah blah blah. So long story short, the guy came out who owned all the Wii stuff, right? He was a kid, probably 13. I said, well, how much you want for just this one game? I'm thinking he's going to say $1 or $2. He says $5. He's serious too. I'm like, man, come on, man. I give you $2 for this thing. He said, nope, $5. Now I'm thinking this is probably the $30 game, but even if it's not, you know what I mean, it's still not going to be a loss. So I bought the game and rolled out of there. Gave him his $5. And guess what? It was the $10 game. It wasn't the other one. So I'm going to mark that as an L. But anyway, it was all good. I just liked how firm the guy was with his $5. Got to be $5. Like he was serious about that $5. So that was that. I took all that stuff in, and I think a few more things to my local game shop, and just cashed it out for like a little over $200. So it was a nice little come up, real nice little come up, and it was a local game, get some of that local game. Now let me show you something here. Boom. That's a big ass freaking GameStop bag full of video games, brand new. Okay, so the thing is with that bag is, okay, so I'm on the road to 1,500 listings right now. I'm officially pausing my road to 1,500 listings, and the reason why is because I'm not really getting enough inventory for me to list enough stuff for the road to 1,500. And what I mean by that is I'm getting a ton of games, but if I buy 50 games, 3 or 4 of them will be $20 or over. Another 6 of them or so will be $10 or over, and then the other ones will be $6 or less. You know, that's what they'll sell on eBay. Those ones that are $6 or less, I was before listing them on eBay and then waiting until whenever they sold and, you know, making a few bucks or whatever. I'm not doing that shit no more. Now I'm getting all those games and I'm bringing them to my local video game store and karate chopping them. Boom, getting them gone. You know what I mean? Just selling them. Because I'd rather have that cash flow now and, just be done with it. So the bag of games. I had a ton of games that I had listed on eBay, and they were kind of moving slow or whatever. And GameStop has a special right now. The special is if you trade in 5 games or more, they give you 50% credit, right? So 50% more on your trade-in credit. So I traded in a bunch of slow-moving games that I had that were, doing whatever, and I got this big-ass bag of games. In here is just for so you can kind of see it. I'll just pull out 2 though. GTA 5s, brand new seal. Okay, 27 of them in total. I got 20 for the Xbox One and 7 for PS4. Xbox One seemed to sell better with GTA 5 for me. So the cool thing about those games were they were on sale for $19.95 when they normally go for $29.95 or $50 or whatever. And then with my discount, because I'm a elite member, they're only like $17, and they sell all day on eBay for like $25, $26. No problem. I love how the fucking ice cream man is bombing me right now. Ice cream man, he ain't letting up. Good thing no kids stopped right out here. That would have been part of my video. Anyway, yeah. So I traded those slow moving games in for this Heat that should be gone within a week. And I should make about $600-700 on it. And, I'll have that cash, plus my other cash and stuff, to keep karate chopping, to keep moving. That's the thing about this flipping game. I think, and I'll answer any questions that you guys have. If you want to leave them in the chat, I'll ask them in a little bit. I think that's where so many people get flustered and frustrated in this game is they'll buy stuff that's cheap that will sell for some good money, but it'll just take forever. And when you got all your inventory is like that, is just stuff that takes forever to sell, then you kind of get disappointed, especially like when the summer comes and you got slow moving stuff and it's just super slow moving stuff in the summertime. And if you're full time and you got slow moving stuff, man, that's stressful. That's super stressful. That's why myself, I tend to stay, in the video game lane. Now, watching guys like Lonnie Garage Flips and Pete and other people, and my mentor, Golden Finger Picker, I see a lot of the stuff that they pick up that they make really good money on. And, I wonder sometimes, should I be mixing in some of that stuff, with what I do? And right now, the answer for me is no, because I don't have the space for it, and I don't really want to list it unless it's something that's going to sell for $100 or $80 or whatever. And I'm doing so good with video games, and plus video games, you have to stay on it. You have to stay on it steady. So that's what's up, man. So my road to 1,500 is officially paused for right now. It's not ending, but it's paused. And yeah, man, I had some cool scores yesterday and today. Made some quick cash, and I'm still karate chopping. I got my HD camera. You guys like my camera? If you like my camera, give me a thumbs up. Give this video a thumbs up if you like my camera. Is this real time karate chopping enough for you right there? That's real time karate chopping. So yeah, man. So that's that. If there's no questions, I will end this podcast. This is podcast 1 from me. I thought about, just making, the videos that I make and just naming them this and that. But I think it'll be easier if I name, my videos, podcast 1, podcast 2, kind of things like that. And then tell you, if I took an L or if I won that day or the last few days or whatever. So anyway, man, thank you guys for joining me. You guys take care. Hope you got some good stuff out there. And I'll see you guys again real soon. Take care. Keep karate chopping. Yeah.